Hi, this is Rachel. I'm with www.treadmill-ratings-reviews.com, and we're here at the Yowza factory. Yowza, it's a fun name. The Yowza factory in Fort Myers, Florida, and we're at corporate headquarters. They've invited us in to see some of their machines. There are 4 machines in the Delray series, so I want to start off by just highlighting the differences between each of the machines. This one is the top of the 4. This is the Delray Elite. And as you move up the machines, you're going to see a couple small changes. I think the biggest one for this machine that you would really want to think about is the fact that this does have the 63-inch length from back to front. And the advantage to having a longer deck is, of course, more running surface. So this would be better than if you were a taller person and you have a really long stride, or if you're doing a lot of running, you would enjoy having that extra space of the 63-inch deck. So that's probably the most important difference, I would say. The other really important difference for the Delray Elite versus some of the other ones in that line is the size of the motor. The motor on this one is 3.5 horsepower. You're going to find the next one down, the Grand goes down to 3.25, the Plus at 3.0, and then the Delray base model 2.75. So that's another thing to consider. The belt on this machine, the Delray Elite, is thicker than the 3 lower models. This is a 2.5 millimeter belt, so that's something to consider. And finally, the speed on this one goes up to 12 miles per hour. All 3 of the other ones only go up to 11.2. So this one will go a little bit faster for you if you're looking for that really quick sprint speed that you want to work out. And again, this one has 8 programs on it, and you're going to find with some of the other ones there's some differences there. So each of the models is a little bit different. You're going to probably want to look through all the other videos. I'm always going to try to highlight the differences at the beginning, and then you can watch the rest and see all of the great features that the Delray line has. But let's take a look at some of the specifics of the Delray Elite. The machine has the patented swing arm suspension right here. So if you see that blue section right there, that is what's going to provide your shock absorption. So if I go up and down, you can see that moving up and down, and that's going to provide the cushioning for your joints, your knees, and your hips so that you don't have problems. Now, I will say that overall, this type of shock absorption is stiffer than some of the other treadmills that I've been on. Some people prefer a stiff treadmill. Well, this is going to be a good option for you then. If you do prefer a squishier surface, then you might want to take a look at something different, just because this does tend to be a little bit stiffer when you're running on it, and I'll show you running on it in a second. Okay, it also, I mentioned before, 2.5 millimeter belt. It has a 3.5 horsepower motor, so nice strong motor there. And the console on this has a couple things. It has the kind of standard grip, heart rate grips right here, and it also is going to come with a wireless heart rate monitor, and that heart rate monitor is just like this. You would strap this around your chest, and as you're running, it's going to constantly be communicating with the machine and telling you how you're doing on your workout, whether you're pushing it hard enough or whether you need to kind of kick things up a notch. The console has 2 cup holders right here and here. They do have a little bit of a narrow area in the cup holder, so if you have one of those really thick round water bottles like I do, you're going to have trouble fitting that in these cup holders. But certainly if you have just kind of a narrow like cup size, like a kitchen cup, that would fit in there no problem. They have a safety belt right here. This actually goes down or clicks back up. That's how this one works. And if it is in the down position and pops out, then the machine is off. If you were to fall, this would pop out and stop the machine. Or if you just have the machine in your house and you want to make sure the kids aren't playing with it and getting into all sorts of trouble, you can take this key out, and that way they're going to be safe. So I'll put that up. So the machine is on now. One of the things I do like about this is you can put a book or an iPad or your phone up here and it does not block the display. I think that's nice because I don't like having my reading material blocking my time or my speed or any of that other information that I like to have. Along with that, there is a connection here if you want to hook up your MP3 device. It's going to allow you to play music through the speakers right here. And overall, the console is going to be that blue LCD screen. It has 8 different programs on this. It does allow you to have 7 different users, so each person in your family can have their own profile on here and have their own age and sex and goals in mind, so they don't have to constantly be switching it when other users get on. So that is a nice thing as well. My favorite thing about this machine is the hands-free motion control. So let's go ahead and show you how that works. I'm just going to hit the blue start button just to kind of get a quick go around here. I'm not setting any programs. I could if I wanted to. I'm going to up the speed a little bit here. Like I mentioned, it does go up to 12 miles per hour and it goes up to 12% incline. And it has this cool little button, motion control. Once I hit that button, if I want to increase my speed on this machine, I just have to wave my hands and then the machine is going faster. Okay, I hate when I'm on a machine and I want to change the speed and I'm huffing and puffing and trying to hit buttons and then trying to hit enter, and it just drives me nuts. I hate that. So I really like that all I have to do is wave my hands over the right one to go faster and then wave my hand over the left one to slow down. Super, super easy. If I take both hands over, then the machine stops. So it's a really smart design. I like how they did this. Another thing that I'd like to point out is if I turn that motion control off, and now I wave my hands, nothing's happening. And that was kind of my first concern when I learned about this technology. I thought, oh my gosh, if I'm going to be, running and I wave and hit it by accident and suddenly I'm going 1,000,000 miles per hour, you don't have to worry about that because you can just turn it off right there. So that's pretty cool. Now this machine, let's see what else we want to cover. The Delray series in total ranges from about $900 up to $1,600, in that general range. So as you're looking at each of the Delray machines, you really need to kind of see what's the best fit for you, for your budget, and what you're looking for in the machine. So just to give you an idea of those 4 different machines. Gosh, is there anything else that you think I need to address, Brad? Okay, well, if you'd like to learn more about the Delray Elite or any of those other Delray models that I did mention, please check out the website at www.treadmill-ratings-reviews.com. Thanks.